Good morning, guys. It's Erin from Earth Healer Movement. So I'm doing a get ready with me video, and I just put some spray in my hair, but I think I need more. I kind of want to brush out the ends a little bit. I don't know, it seems kind of like it's not curling up the way I like it, but I did a spiritual bath last night, so it's just gonna do what it does, and that's why I just keep reapplying this leave-in conditioning spray by Pantene. So a lot has been happening in 24 hours. I was so stressed out yesterday. Oh my god. I had to literally take the entire day off, and that really upset me because I really wanted to work. I'm gonna do my skincare. I just realized I didn't do my skincare after the bath last night. So these are those dark spots, and they're pretty much gone. Right there, the little freckles, right there. And then on this side, there's like a mark right here. I don't know what that is. But I have this, that's the day cream. So I'm doing Meaningful Beauty Skin Treatments, skincare. So this is the dark spot treatment. And this is the thing that really took away my dark spots and made them way smaller, like pretty much disappear. In about I think it's been about 2 months since I've been filming on here. Maybe a month and a half. But I am behind on posting the videos, so it's about almost 2 weeks behind. But if there's an urgent video, like if something's happening in the news or something, like there was a shutdown, and so I wanted a Verizon shutdown that I wanted to talk about, so I posted a video on that. I'm gonna go in with the eye cream. So that I felt like was an important video to put out immediately, so the same day I posted it. So if I look totally different, that's why. So you're gonna see, because my hair wasn't dyed or anything before that, and then all of a sudden I pop out and my hair is I look totally different. So I was freaking out because a lot of things were going, I don't know, I was just getting stressed out yesterday. I was triggered by something that happened with a customer service rep, and it wasn't even that big of a deal. I just felt like everything was so difficult, and I'm trying so hard to be positive, and I do this channel and everything, and I just I know I'm chosen, but it just gets to a point where everything is so crazy and chaotic, and it's not even your fault. Like I'm trying so hard to make sure that everything's in working order, and everything, have money for everything, and maybe I don't do the best job at making sure all the bills are paid on time, because stuff happens that's weird, and then they're on automatic payments or something, and then something will happen, and then I won't realize that like a bill wasn't paid. And I do have like tracking things and stuff for my bills, but sometimes I just don't see it. And so that happened with my, this was the glow serum. That happened, and then the neck and décolleté cream. So that happened with my car insurance, where all of a sudden they stopped. They no longer were taking anybody from California. So they got out of California or something. And so they transferred me to a new car insurance. So I talked to them, the new people and everything. I found it out on my own. And because my daughter got a letter in the mail about her car not being insured, because it's both of us. And then my phone wouldn't work, so I couldn't call and get it handled. And I didn't even know what was going on. And then I forgot about it because I have so much stuff going on. I forgot that the insurance had a problem and that it changed because it was all handled already. I'm using this Urban Decay Pore Perfector Potion Primer. That's a lot to say. I've been using this really light concealer, but I'm wearing white, and I haven't been spray tanning because I don't have my membership anymore. So I've been stressed about like paying all the bills and not being able to work, because when I knew that I didn't have insurance and I was confirmed about that, then I didn't feel like I could be working with no car insurance. Because I drive, you know, for my job. So then, when I called the lady to just get it quickly done, and I finally had to wait for the money, to get the money for it, just a day. But then when I wanted to, so I didn't work very much because I didn't feel like I should be working with no car insurance. And then doing the right thing. And then I call and the lady says that because I live in California, the new place, that she doesn't even have an agent that could take my money and just reinstate the policy that was already in their system, transferred over from Esurance. So I was telling her that's annoying because I wanted to do it right away. And the reason why I was even gonna go with that insurance was because they had all my information in their system, and that I was thinking about using a different auto insurance, but I didn't even, like, I'm trying to save time and money because they already have a quote for me and everything, and I agreed to the quote. And so I wanted to keep the same kind of thing going. But then she's telling me that I need to start all over again. Like, I need to give them all my information. I need to get a new quote and everything. Because I live in California. And because I don't know what happened, I guess the payments weren't set up or something. They didn't tell me, like, I thought it was just, like, transferred over. But I didn't know, like, how to pay it or anything, because they didn't tell me. So I just thought it was automatic payment, I think. And then it never got paid, so that's why it canceled. But I literally talked to them on the phone, and we agreed to everything, and I was like, oh, okay. So everything is fine. I don't need to do anything. And they're like, yeah. And then the payment never went through or anything. There wasn't even a structured, there wasn't even a, I don't know. Somehow that just got mixed up. And so here we are. So when I tried to get a quote, it was like $100 more. I had to go home, which I just wanted to go to work, but I had to go home and then do it on the computer. I couldn't talk to an agent because they had none in California. And that was like a red flag right there, because I was telling her that's annoying. Like, how could you not have an agent in California? And then all the insurance people are directed to their company, and they don't even have a person in California to even handle it. I was so confused. And I said, you know, that it wasn't, that I was upset with it. And then she was trying to tell me, like, I was trying to tell her that these companies are making things harder for people. Because that's what I need to do. I need to stick up for humanity and other people, not just myself. So I was telling her, because I was going directly to the source of the problem, that company, and telling them that they're making things harder for people, that's weird. That I have to go online to do it. And that nobody can help me. That's really weird, because I'm from California. I've never, ever in my life had anybody say that. Any customer service, any car insurance, anything like that, except for that insurance thing that just happened. So I was like, you know, like, why is all this happening? This is ridiculous. And so she started telling me that I need to be positive and that I'm putting it out into the universe that everything is hard and difficult. And I'm like, no, you don't know me. Like, you don't know. I teach that. That's something I'm a spiritual teacher and all that. And then she's like, well, she was telling me what to do. She's like, you need to speak positive thoughts into the universe and stuff. You need to do it more often or something like that. And I got so mad because, and that's the thing, is she was probably like, well, you're not a spiritual teacher because you got mad. But literally, she was literally like, I was going through so much, and everything was like, I felt like so many things were just like collapsing on me, because I'm a chosen one. I'm not just a spiritual teacher. But I didn't tell her that. That's not something you just like tell people. Like, I don't even know this woman. And then she's lecturing me about the stuff that I put out into the universe. Like, I'm the one helping people out here, like, struggling with things, and I'm trying to help other people, And then she's telling me that I need to be more positive and that I'm the problem, that I'm negative, and that I need to put more positivity in the universe. And I'm like, oh my God, I got so mad. I was like, you don't even know me. But it's really like, I should have never even like talked to her to begin with. That's what I was thinking. Like, what is the lesson about this? That I just need to stay secure within myself. And I don't need to be getting upset. I don't need to be arguing with people. I don't need to be explaining myself to people. And I never do. But that particular thing really hit the spot. When she started preaching to me like what I preach, like you don't even know me. You don't know who I am, obviously. But she literally took my criticism of their company and threw it in my face. And started telling me that I'm the problem. That the universe isn't gonna give me things that I want because I'm so negative. And all I said was that, well, I did say something negative, because I said, because I've noticed a trend, because I told her, like, this is before I said, she said all that. I would like, I own businesses, like it was a comeback to what she said. I'm like, I own businesses. I'm a spiritual teacher. Like, I know these things. And you don't know me. But I do need to speak up for myself. That's the thing. But I don't need to be getting angry. I don't need to be getting angry. But it was just too much. But I can't blame it on that. I can't blame it on that. But it literally triggered me. So those are the types of things you keep getting triggered. And God is going to trigger you until you get to the point where where all of those things are out of your system. Hopefully I can get to a point where things aren't going to trigger me. And it could be the planetary alignment. It could be that I needed to do that. But I don't understand why I needed to do that when the lady was like preaching what I preach. Like, why did she need to be taught a lesson? I think it was more my lesson of not to get upset. That who cares if she doesn't know me? Who cares? I don't know why that triggered me so bad. I was literally mad for so long. I couldn't get over it. I was like appalled that somebody's telling me, the earth angel prophet, spiritual teacher that does yoga and like goes on here every single day to preach to people and to tell people how to become elevated, to tell me that I'm putting bad into the universe and I'm speaking negativity. But it is catching me, because she did catch me in a moment of weakness, of saying a negative thing, because it's a pattern that I've seen with companies. And that's what I was saying, like, why are companies, it wasn't like that I was being negative to me in my mind. It was that I was noticing a pattern, because I'm a chosen one. So I'm thinking like it's a lesson for me to, like, God is trying to show me that how people are mistreated by companies. And so I was literally just like talking out loud, but I should not even be conversing with people. But I thought I want to hear feedback though, which is good. So I think it was all good, but I'm talking it out right now, and I'm getting more feedback on it, because it really threw me for a loop, and I got, I don't know why. I literally don't. I just had way too much stuff going on, and she didn't understand how the circumstances, nobody would understand. Nobody understands like your circumstances and how important things are to you, and I was trying to tell her that so she would more be understanding of me. But then she threw all that in my face, and it's like I feel like I can't even talk to people, even if they're saying nice things and the things that I teach, because they're not chosen. They don't understand what it's like. So to criticize me and put me down, it like literally, it puts a toll on me mentally, and I need to realize that. And that's what the lesson was, is that even the people that I teach and preach to that have learned the things that I'm teaching, they're not going to understand me because I'm chosen. They're not going to understand what it's like to take on like high risk, not high risk, but to follow your intuition and be guided as a spiritual leader, and to be chosen, to be tested and tried, and to be broken, like to break down. It's almost like it tries to break you to build you up. So, and then I was upset with myself for getting upset. Like, why did I even get upset? Why did I even talk to her? And that's important too. That's what you need to do when something like that happens. And this is a good learning lesson. So this is part of why it happened as well, so I could talk about it with you guys. So that's the other thing that people don't understand. I need to go through these things to help other people. And it's always a learning lesson. But it still stresses me out. Because it's literally like the things I need to learn and need to like harness, like get a hold of. Like get a hold of your emotions. I'm pretty emotional person because of the trauma that I've been through. And I have a high I have to keep a high image of myself. I have to. It's my spiritual teachings that are teaching me to think of myself in high regard. We all need to think of ourselves in high regard, and we all need to stick up for ourselves, and we all need to say what's right and what's wrong, and we all need to not judge each other. And that's what I feel like I was being labeled and judged, but you can't do anything about it. Like, it's not something to get upset about. That's not something you need to get upset about. Because of course, people aren't going to understand because they're not at your elevation. They don't understand you. being chosen or being a spiritual leader, they're not going to understand you, obviously, because you're at a higher level than they are. And you don't need to explain yourself. Well, you can say what you need to say. Don't get upset though. Because that just shows that you're not, they're not going to believe that you're elevated. They're not going to believe what you say because you're getting upset. Okay, I'm going to use this blue, and I already have like that white on top. I mean underneath. I'm putting it on top of the white. So I'm going to see, I'm using the dark blue. I mean this blue right here, the bright blue. And I'm going to see how this color comes across on my eyes. I'm going to try to match my shorts. I'm wearing these blue shorts from Amazon. I got it as a set, but I couldn't find the top. So I'm just using this white Fabletics sports bra. I did update the website, so you can go to earthhealermovement.com and check out the website. I'm going to put some of this teal, that's what I was being called to do. I don't know why. At first I wanted to grab it because it's like sparkly. Okay, so the teal doesn't really match. So now I'm going to go in with this dark blue. And that should bring out more of the color of the shorts because it's adding some red, because it's like a little bit of a purple. And I'm not using my logic from my art class, I'm using my guidance. I'm hearing to grab more of that. And I was hearing to like put it on the crease mostly. Perfect. And then to just blend it out. Perfect. I think that's pretty perfect. Might be a little too green. I think I'm gonna go in with more on the lid. So I don't even need to think logically. My spiritual guidance and everything that happens is for a reason. And it did show the lady like not to judge people and say that if I'm telling you that I already know that, and I'm just like, I'm trying to talk to you and tell you, you need to like be respectful of that. I don't know. I'm just overwhelmed. Okay, I'm gonna put this primer. But then I was like, okay, this is God again telling me that I need to do Amazon, that I'm not gonna be driving around and working today, that I'm gonna be doing Amazon. And that she was telling me like it's not hard, that you can just, and I'm like telling her how it is, that it is hard. So I know I was being super annoying, but literally things aren't as easy as people think that they are, and they don't understand the hardships that one little thing is causing. And it's like, because I'm missing work, because I can't just call and get car insurance like reinstated. like pay for it and get it and go and drive. That I have to go home on my, this is what happened. So I was right. But she's telling me that I created that. And I could have by being negative. And so she did catch me in a weak moment. Because then I was like, but she triggered me because of her attitude and stuff. I don't know. I'm just like, it stresses me out. The whole thing, the reason why I got mad, it just stresses me out because why did I get mad? Why did I get so mad? All right. I'm going to blend this out just with a dry brush and go up. So what happened was, she said that, because I was saying that it was an inconvenience for me to go home and to do it, to drive home, because I was in my car in a parking lot, like trying to get it done so I could go to work. And I needed to work because there's a lot of things that have been going on where I haven't been able to work. And it's really creating a stressful environment for me because I want to get ahead of it. I don't want to be behind these things and have to stress all the time. Because it becomes extremely stressful to try to borrow from my kids or something, and it's like so annoying. And so that's why I get so stressed. There's another thing. I have to go to a funeral tomorrow, so I can't work all day. So there's literally like so many things. I had kidney problems where I couldn't work. And that's what started the whole thing, because I was drinking energy drinks for like 2 weeks. My kidneys just weren't having it. And then it took like weeks to recover from that. So, as you could tell, I'm super stressed out. I have a lot going on. My washer and dryer, so the thing is, today I was feeling good. So I was trying to tell you guys where I was at yesterday as opposed to today, and it's way better. I'm trying to get to that point to explain it. And I don't want to get into this negative cycle of talking about stuff that's negative. But I'm just trying to explain what happened, and that I actually did have, I've been having issues lately where it did affect my mood, and it takes a lot to get to that point, and I got there yesterday. And I shouldn't have, because it doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't help us. But it can release emotions, which is what I'm hearing. Which is important. And to learn from it. When you get all those emotions out, then you can learn from the situation. This is Cool Girl by Too Faced Matte Melted. So, yeah, I got over it, but so then I just, you know, did what I needed to do. Because she was like, all you have, she's like, it's not hard. All you have to do is go on your computer. And I'm like, well, I'm not home, so it is hard. I have to go home and do it. It should be easy for me to just call and pay you and reinstate it because you have all my information in your system already. So then I don't have to redo it all. And then she's like, well, it's easy. And like, but I know from experience that it's not easy. So don't sit there and tell me that it's easy when it's not, and it's like not a problem and it's not going to affect my day. So that's the point that I was getting at, is that there's a fine line between positivity and telling the truth about what the actual reality is. And I've gotten to a point where I'm so sick of these companies trying to act like everything's easy, and people towards me trying to act like everything's so easy, and it's not. It is not. For me, it's not. So is that a positivity thing when I'm trying to be positive and trying to do everything perfect and it's not working, and not being able to talk to anybody because they don't understand and they constantly are criticizing you? It's so frustrating. But you have to get to a point of knowing who you are. Hello, Aaron, you are chosen. You're a spiritual teacher. You're not like everybody else. This is not the same. You know that. I know that. I know I'm not going to be lumped in with everybody else because I know myself and who I am. And I'm not your average person. And they're talking to me like I'm an average person. So that's my fault, because this is teaching me that hold yourself up to a higher standard than other people, because that's who you are. You're not like everybody else. And it's time that you knew that you fully understand that everything that you're going through is not your fault, but it's to teach you a lesson of what you need to do better, like very precise things. Like what I could do is just keep doing what I'm doing. And if a bill falls through, or this is what I've been, like, I don't really care. I don't have the time to like check on that stuff. So if something like that happens, well, I should check with my car. I know now how important car insurance is to me for my job and for everything. So that is something that I need to make sure that is still going through. And a lot of my vital things need to be make sure that the payment is processed, and that just like my car payment or my rent, I need to make sure that it's active and the payment's good and all of that. That I need to be more, I was hearing a word, but then it kind of drifted away. It's like you kind of get this very faint, it's not proactive. I don't know what the word was. It's not preventative. trying to see if it's going to come in, the word. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just waiting for them to tell me what it is. But I'm just going to talk, because that doesn't really work if I don't talk. Sometimes it does. Okay, I just need to be secure within myself, what I'm doing, and the Holy Spirit. And that's why I've been alone. I need to hone in on my skills. And I feel really bad for my twin flame, because I'm preaching these things and then I'm getting upset with him for following what I'm saying. Because I'm looking at things from the 3D perspective and I'm like, where are you? Help. But I can't be leaning on him like that for support. I need to be by myself. Support myself. And he needs to do the same thing. I want him to be strong. I want him to be a leader. I want him to be everything he can be. So I'm still working on myself. And he still needs to work on himself. And I'm not finished. And he's not finished. I can't be blaming him. I can't be negative towards him. I can't be relying on him. I can't be doing that. Can't be getting upset like that. So literally it's showing him that I'm not ready. And he's showing me that he's not ready because of a lot of things. Like, he's not calling me. He's not opening up his world to me and showing me what he's doing and telling me stuff and stuff like that. So we're just not even there yet. And I don't even know if our relationship is going to recover, but I have to have the hope and the faith that everything's going to work out and understand my part of the problem. And I wasn't shown it. That's what all these things are making me see this right now. If all those problems didn't happen, then I wouldn't be able to see it clearly. My issues and my problems. I wouldn't be able to see it clearly. And I needed to do what I did by telling him to go our separate ways so he could feel what he needs to feel and understand himself and his problems. And I needed to go through that as well to start feeling more emotional, like I'm on my own and there's nothing in the future that that I have to hold on to, like no future with him that stabilizes me, because that idea of him and me together in the future stabilizes us. It makes us feel more secure with things and doesn't make us feel upset or anything. But take that out of the equation, and what are you left with? You're left with people that are very emotional because they don't have that other person to lean on or rely on. Just that idea of it. And that's what we hold on to, is the idea of us being together someday makes us feel safer. So we're leaning on each other. Even if we didn't really even realize that. But I realize it because I feel the effects of it in my life, and my stability doesn't feel as strong. But I'm trying to become stable with that reality. I need to have that reality in my head in order to grow. But just having that positive spin on everything, to know that if that was true and we were never going to be together and we splitted and parted our ways like forever, that I could still do everything on my own. That's the place that we need to get. But we can keep hope and faith in our heart and stay together no matter what, if that's what we choose to do within our own heart and soul and ourself. But we have no control over what the other person is, how the other person is going to handle it. Will he just go back to his old ways and go date other people? You have to have hope and faith that he's going to do the same thing. And be there for you and believe as much as you believe and grow and like work on himself as well. That he's not just doing it for you, that he's doing it for himself to be a better person. That is the true test that God is giving us right now. That is amazing. And it's like I almost wanted to give up and like not film anymore. I think I said that in my other video. But it's important for you guys to see and hear what's going on. Okay. So I did my mascara and my lips, and let me do some of this. Did I already do this? I think I already did this, but it's the Essence highlight. It's very shiny. I felt like there was something on my face. Okay. So this is my look today. It's very cute, very classy, very demure. I keep hearing that, so I had to, sorry. Very cutesy. Very classy, very demure. That's what I heard, and that's the first time I've ever said that. So that was funny, Spirit. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this like honey from Becca, Wild Honey. And I'm just gonna put it on the very edge. Right there. And then that's it. So I'm super excited. Last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I got car insurance online because I didn't even finish my story, but I was telling her that it was difficult to do because my daughter's information, I have my information, but I don't have my daughter's information and stuff like that, and she has work and school and it's hard to get a hold of her. And she was like, well, you can text her, but when she's at work or school, you cannot text her. She's busy. She doesn't get, so that's the reason why I was stressed out. Okay, bye guys.